You're listening to my WorldNet Daily exclusive audio article. Today's WorldNet Daily exclusive audio article is entitled, A Proposed Biden Bad Idea, the Post Office Bank. Recently, the leftist site Vox posted an article of 10 executive actions that President Biden, almost choked on that, can do without congressional approval. All were lame, energy, Green New Deal stuff, etc., but one stood out because it's so far gone relatively unnoticed by the right, yet would be a disaster in the making. It's the creation of a U.S. Postal Service national bank. Yes, the leftist geniuses on the Biden transition team want the Postal Service, which is $160 billion in debt and lost a staggering $2.2 billion just this last quarter, to create a national banking system. The idea is also being pushed for by both the public sector American Postal Workers Union and the Biden-Sanders Unity Task Force. If you knew no more than just this, you'd conclude, like me, that nothing good for America could ever come from a demand by a public sector union or anything involving Bernie Sanders. Quote, the idea is to provide free or at least extremely low-cost banking services to people currently outside the mainstream banking sector, unquote. Well, that's terrific. Free banking services, like free college and free health care. Everything is free and no one ever has to pay. Now let's all mount our winged unicorns and follow the rainbow to that secret pot of gold for some free money too. Yay. And of course, this being the federal government, it won't just provide checking and savings accounts to, quote, millions of Americans who are un- or underbanked, unquote. We know the purpose of government is no longer to secure the rights of its citizens, but to grow, like a kraken. Piddling little banking services for the underprivileged is only the beginning, just as Obamacare was always to be a transition to full government-run health care, laying waste to the private sector. This new Postal Service bank will progress beyond and venture into direct lending, mortgages, corporate, etc. This will mean that the U.S. Postal Service, government bank of the public sector, will be in direct competition with private sector lenders. And we know it never ends well for the private sector. It just ends, for most, but crony corporatism for a select plugged-in few. And by few, I mean mega donors to the Democrat Party. So don't be fooled by the false premise of looking out for the poor and less fortunate. Like all leftists, they understand the power of framework. Just get something started. Get something on the books. Pour the foundation and erect the framework. Just get it started. Then give it enough time to grow into something that the spineless legislature would never dare touch. It's no different from DACA or Obamacare, which were both created with no more than an Obama pen. No legislation necessary. Remember when Obama basically said, I'm going to do this, now catch me if you can, stop me if you have the guts. And leftists know, as do we, that very few will muster the courage to do so. If this calamitous idea is carried out, it will severely wound, if not kill, private sector banking and lending. Just imagine government-run single-payer health care as a banking system. If you like your bank, you can keep your bank. Not. Thank you for listening.